Wait a minute, did Claressa Shields just spill the entire truth about Remy on camera? And not just some behind-the-scenes gossip. We're talking about a decade-long secret that has fans rethinking everything they thought they knew. According to Claressa, who clearly had time today, Remy hasn't been honest with Papoose for over 10 years. And if what she's saying is true, this isn't just about a love triangle anymore. This is about identity, loyalty, and a truth that's been hiding in plain sight. Is it possible Remy's been living a double life? Has her entire relationship with Papoose been based on a carefully crafted image? And why is Claressa picking now to say it all, with screenshots, audio clips, and tea that's almost too detailed to believe? Social media is already in a frenzy, and fans are divided. Some are shocked. Others say they saw this coming a long time ago. But one thing's for sure, Claressa just turned a private rumor into a public storm. So don't scroll away, because this story, it's about to shake the entire internet. Let's break it down piece by piece. So, let's rewind, because this latest chapter in the Remy Papoose Claressa Shields saga didn't come out of nowhere. This explosion? Oh no, baby. It's been simmering for a whole decade, hidden behind matching outfits, public displays of affection, and carefully timed Instagram posts. But now, thanks to one furious woman with a front row seat, the curtains are flying open. Let's set the scene. Claressa Shields, world champion boxer, two-time Olympic gold medalist, and the new queen of telling it like it is, didn't hold back during her birthday party.
Foul.
What was supposed to be a cute celebration turned into an emotional meltdown, with microphones still hot and cameras still rolling. And what came out of her mouth? Nobody saw it coming. Because instead of clapping back at Remy for allegedly throwing shade about her relationship with Papoose, Claressa went off script. She skipped over the petty drama and dove headfirst into Remy's biggest kept secret, claiming that Remy hasn't just been hiding things from Claressa, she's been hiding her true self from Papoose for nearly a decade. Let that sink in. According to Claressa, not only did Remy allegedly live a completely separate life before her Queen of the Castle era, she allegedly kept one key part of her identity under wraps and continues to do so, while publicly portraying herself as hip-hop's most loyal ride or die. And while nobody's here to define anyone's truth, what Claressa is claiming, it's the kind of bombshell that doesn't just break the internet, it melts it. In her own words, caught on leaked party footage, Claressa was allegedly heard yelling, "Tell him the truth, Remy. Tell them why you were always disappearing after shows. Tell them about her. You think we didn't know? You think I didn't see the texts? Now hold up, who is her?" That's the million-dollar question. Claressa didn't name names yet, but fans have already gone full detective mode, analyzing old tour videos, IG stories, and archived interviews for clues. And what they're finding is low-key disturbing. But before we jump into all the who's and how's, let's talk about why this is such a big deal. Because Remy and Papoose haven't just been a celebrity couple, they've been a brand, an image of love, loyalty, and second chances. From Remy's prison release to their BET wedding special, the world has seen them as solid. But if Claressa's accusations are true, that entire image could have been a carefully managed illusion. And let's not forget, this isn't the first time Remy's been surrounded by whispers and off-screen behavior. Over the years, there have been cryptic posts from women in the industry, speculative YouTube deep dives that mysteriously disappeared, and interviews where Remy dodged questions with a wink and a smirk. Was it all coincidence, or part of a larger cover-up? Now, let's talk about Claressa's motive. Because some fans are saying, oh, she's just bitter, or she's mad Remy took Papoose. But others are pointing out something much deeper. Claressa isn't just throwing shade, she's claiming to have actual proof. During her live outburst, she didn't just vent, she made promises. She claimed to have messages, footage, and even old voicemail recordings that tell the full story. According to one anonymous guest who was at the party, she wasn't just mad, she was prepared, like she came with receipts. She had Remy looking like she'd seen a ghost. Woo, now that's a mood. So, where does this leave us right now? The internet is split into two camps. Team Claressa, who believes she's finally pulling back the mask, and Team Remy, who think this is just messy revenge. But either way, the damage is done. Because now that the rumors are out there, everybody wants answers, and Papoose is still silent, and that silence is getting louder by the hour. But wait, this rabbit hole goes even deeper. Because in the hours after the party, someone, we won't say who, allegedly leaked a screenshot of a text message thread, a thread that allegedly shows Remy in an ongoing emotional relationship with someone completely off the public radar. Yep, allegedly, it wasn't a one-time thing. It was a pattern, a 10-year-long double life hiding in plain sight. Coming up next, we've got exclusive fake investigative findings, leaked DMs, and what one former industry insider is calling the cover-up of the decade. And just when you think it couldn't get any messier, wait till you hear what Remy was allegedly doing with her tour money and how Papoose may have unknowingly funded his own betrayal. Yeah, you heard that right. So, let's talk about those leaked screenshots. Because what started as whispers at a birthday party has now blown up into a full-blown digital wildfire, and right in the center of it, alleged messages between Remy Ma and, let's just call her, Miss X. Now, Miss X isn't some random. According to anonymous insiders, she's a low-key producer Remy allegedly met backstage at an industry event years ago. Their alleged bond, let's just say it went from collab talk to late-night emoji exchanges real fast. One leaked DM that surfaced on a fan-run gossip page read, "You know I can't be around you without feeling everything all over again. You still got that smile, and you still smell like summer. Excuse us." And the response, allegedly from Remy, was, "You know where my heart really is. It's just complicated. Complicated, girl. We need answers now." Let's be clear. These screenshots haven't been officially verified, but that hasn't stopped fans from losing their entire minds. Twitter turned into a courtroom overnight. TikTok detectives went full CSI, and Instagram pages flooded with side-by-side receipts, old performance clips, and proof that Remy and Miss X were spotted at the same after-parties more than once. But let's not stop at the DMs, because there's more. An anonymous former assistant, you know, the ones who spill the most tea, gave a voice note to a gossip blog claiming it was always strange Remy would book separate hotel rooms, have hours-long calls with someone safe as coach, and she'd delete every text after reading it. Pap never questioned her, though he trusted her too much. Yikes. Coach, though, that ain't from no gym membership. And the most jaw-dropping detail, according to this same source, Papoose once asked Remy about the mystery person, and she allegedly told him it was a female stylist from her team that she needed space from. Convenient. But let's dive deeper into the money trail, because the love life drama is only half the story. The real chaos comes in when we follow the coins. Multiple outlets are now reporting that funds from Remy's independent music label and touring budget allegedly went missing over the past few years. And guess what? A big chunk of that money, according to these leaks, went to paying for luxury getaways, private driver services, upscale New York apartments. And no, not in Remy and Pap's neighborhood. We're talking across the city, discreet, tucked away, allegedly rented under a company name that traces back to, you guessed it, Miss X. Now, that's messy. So basically, the money Papoose thought was going toward building their empire was allegedly funding an entirely different life, one with flowers, wine nights, and candlelit dinners that weren't making it to the grams. Let's pause for a moment to breathe, because when fans heard about the alleged apartment, they lost it. One user commented, "If this is true, Papoose deserves an Oscar for holding it together all these years. He was out here writing poems, and she was out here writing love songs for someone else and the means." One post showed a picture of Papoose with the caption, "Holding down the house while she was holding hands in Harlem." Now, despite all of this spiraling online, Remy Ma has remained completely silent. No statements, no tweets, no shady Instagram stories, just radio silence. And that silence is only making people believe the worst. Meanwhile, Claressa's thriving. She's been liking every tweet that sides with her, posting cryptic quotes like, "Sometimes you've got to lose fake friends to find the real truth," and even uploaded a story with a caption, "Imagine being loyal to a lie." Woo. And as if all that wasn't enough, a new leak dropped just hours ago. Allegedly, A security guard at a venue Remy performed at 3 years ago claims he saw her and Miss X leave together in matching rides after a show. Okay, first of all, matching rides? This ain't no spa retreat. According to him, they acted real familiar, didn't look like no client and employee vibe. She even handed me 100 to not mention what I saw. Well, guess what, sir? Mentioned it. Fans are now going back through old videos, analyzing every look, every hug, every behind-the-scenes clip for signs, and the theories are spiraling. Some even believe Papoose may have found out long ago but stayed quiet to protect the public image. One anonymous insider from their reality show team claimed there were moments he looked heartbroken on set, but when cameras rolled, he snapped into character. We always wondered why he didn't seem all in anymore. It's giving sad eyes, happy wife energy, and now it's all starting to make sense. So, where do we go from here? Well, if what Claressa said is even half true, this could turn into one of the biggest celebrity deception stories of the decade, not just because of the alleged double life, but because of how long it was allegedly hidden, 10 years. That's commitment on another level. And let's not forget, this isn't just some online spat, with money, careers, and reputations now tangled in the fallout. There may be legal and financial consequences right around the corner. Coming up in Part 3, we'll break down what this could mean for Remy's brand deals, whether Papoose is preparing to officially separate, and the quiet legal maneuvering happening behind the scenes, with insider sources claiming a bombshell divorce clause may be triggered if these rumors check out. Oh, and did we mention someone just filed a cease and desist? But it might be too late, because once the internet gets a hold of a secret, there's no putting that genie back in the bottle. So now we've got leaked messages, alleged secret apartments, unverified love letters, and an ex-bestie with a mic who refuses to sit down. But guess what? That was just the appetizer, because now we're stepping into the aftermath, where careers get shaken, NDS start flying, and lawyers start collecting those billable hours. Let's start with the legal buzz, shall we? Word on the street, via a super anonymous but extremely chatty source, is that Papoose has officially lawyered up. And no, not for a diss track. We're talking legal documents, property disputes, and yes, allegedly looking into the fine print of their marriage contract. According to that same source, there's a clause in their prenup. You know they had one. That allegedly allows for immediate separation if proof of infidelity, emotional or physical, is confirmed, which, let's be real, Claressa just turned the internet into a whole courtroom. So proof? We might be there already. And here's where it gets even messier. That same clause allegedly includes financial consequences if breached. Remy could lose joint access to multiple business ventures they built together. Yep, this drama isn't just personal, it's potentially profitable for the lawyers. But wait, it's not just the love life crumbling. Let's talk about brand reputation. Remy had endorsement deals lined up, a potential return to reality TV, and even rumors of launching a podcast with other hip-hop wives. But now, silent. Radio silent. One brand rep anonymously told a gossip outlet, "We've paused all partnerships until further clarity is provided." Either way it landed, but let's not forget about Papoose, the man at the center of it all, the one who for 10 years stood by Remy Ma like a solid oak tree in a hurricane. What now? Well, sources say he's allegedly moved out of their shared home and is currently staying in a private condo in Midtown. No cameras, no statements, just peace and distance. A close family friend told a podcast, "Pap's hurt, man. This wasn't just betrayal, it's identity shattering. He built his brand around loyalty. He ain't rushing into statements cause he's still processing. And let's be honest, when the most loyal guy in hip-hop goes ghost, you know it's real." Meanwhile, Remy Ma has been seen ducking public appearances, skipping 2 major events she was scheduled for. Word is, she's trying to control the narrative before it gets worse, but it might already be too far gone. The part that's truly got people shook, though, the idea that this wasn't some recent affair, this was allegedly a full-blown, ultimate relationship, emotional, ongoing, and deeply rooted. Not a mistake, not a slip-up, but a whole second life. And if the rumors about Miss X being involved in Rooney's past music are true, that means we've been hearing hints in her lyrics for years, and we just didn't catch it. One TikTok user posted a breakdown of bars from an old freestyle, claiming she wasn't talking about Pap, she was talking about her. Look at the lyrics, look at the pronouns. We're not saying they're right, but we are saying the theory has over 300K likes and counting. So, where does that leave us? In a place no one expected, a place where the hip-hop love story of the decade is now being re-examined. Remy Ma. But here's what we do know. Claressa came with confidence. Remy Ma still hasn't responded directly. Papoose is hurt and quiet, and the public is evening this up like it's a Netflix delusion. And based on recent activity, this story is far from over because just last night, Claressa posted 3 fire emojis and a single quote, "It's not over until I say it is." So, whether you believe her, blame her, or stand by her, you can't deny the timing was intentional. She didn't just leak the tea, she served it with extra sugar, a twist of lemon, and a firecracker on the side. Now, let's get to what really matters, the conversation you need to be a part of. Woo! We need a moment to breathe, because if this saga gets any messier, it might need its own season on HBO.